Good evening, friends. This is Elaine, your RN in the Garden, and welcome to another episode of Tune In Tuesday here at Lifestyle in the Garden. I am in Baltimore, Maryland. We're zone 7A, 8A. It depends on where you are. I am in Baltimore, so it's 7B, 8A. So it's a little funny. So 7A to 8A, somewhere in the span. Now welcome if it's your first time. A special welcome to you. Also wonderful, and I just thank my supporters, my viewers, my subscribers. I owe it all to you for all your motivation. And today we're going to take a look at this cutting that I did. This was a rose that I have beside the fountain, and I was pruning it the other day, and there's this nice piece of stalk, and I decided, you know what, let me see if it will grow. I put it in the bag because we were having cold weather. 1 minute it's hot, 1 minute it's cold. It was just crazy. So today we're going to take a look in this bag. I see leaves, and I know something good is going on in there. So let's take a look. Now it's been sitting in this little cozy area. This is where I normally plant the vegetables on Elaine Avenue. So let's see. And I see leaves. I just had the bag tied over it, but then I realized the leaves were pressing, so I put the sticks in to make like a little stake, like a little wigwam. And this is a lot of growth. I just stick these in the pot just for support. See how funny shaped they are? And all I did was just stick it in just to create like a little shield over the plant. Now this is awesome. As I told you, I will be trying to propagate more plants this year. I am so happy. That looks like a bud. So can you imagine, from a cutting, I'm gonna have a new rose. So I can't wait. Look at that. That's another little bud right there. This is one bud. That looks like one at the top. And here's another little one. Look at the size of that. I am beside myself because this is an experience. I always stick things in pot and see if they will grow. That's my philosophy. Stick it. If it grows, it grows. Trust me. I can't wait for this one. So I'm happy that I was able to share this with you today. I have some plants that I want to plant the urn up, and I would love to take them. Seems like we're going to get some rain. It just started to get windy, so let's crack on. Sometimes the frustration in the garden can mount. This is my Swiss chard that I sowed. They're coming up nicely. Got in from work, and this is what greets you. So I tell you, okay, this one is still hanging in there. I'm gonna give it a water. I don't know what on earth went scratching, and I see some little red bugs. I don't know if you can see them skipping around, but I am going to turn my hose on and maybe add a bit of the netting. So this one, they didn't touch it. I don't know if it's a bird. I have no idea. I had thrown a piece of this over it. I find they don't like to tie their little feet up in it. No, none of them. The birds, the rabbits, the squirrel, nobody. That's the soil on the ground. And that's just one frustration. The other is in the fountain bed. Planted some dianthus, and this little rabbit ate the leaves off. Look at the buds on the ground. I put that little cover over, and I tell you, it will eat as much as its head can go through and get. This is my phlox. It has eaten it down to stalks. So I tell you, the frustration is mounting. That's the new plant I got today. This is the other dianthus, and it did the same thing. And those gross looking plants that smells terrible, see the one with the fly on it? I found some white, they look like eggs. I forgot what they call these, but they smell real bad. That's why the flies are on them. So I found these, the eggs to these, or whatever you want to call them, the bulbs. I had dug a lot of them up and thrown away. So seems like I missed a few. I'll go in and try to dig those out. It smells terrible. There's a bee enjoying that salvia. And that is my other dianthus in there because this little rabbit keeps eating the leaves off. So the garden is awakening, but I tell you, it's a constant struggle with these rabbits. I put a little net over. I need to put some on the back side of that tree to prevent them from getting in, so this garden can just get on its way. I do have more plants to add and maybe mulch a little bit, but I want to add some more garden soil to this area. There's some gladioli coming up. Those long stalks. These are the gladiolis. And those are the hyacinths that went over there. They're all done. So, just hearing my frustration. You know, you work hard in this garden, and when you come and your plants are eaten or scratched out. So I'm gonna hook my hose up and give it a little soak and find a bit of that mesh and put it over, stake it in, and see if this plant can just have its time to grow. This is Baltimore, Maryland. They say if you don't like the weather, just wait 15 minutes. So we had a brief freak storm. I even thought it was gonna rain. This is Baltimore. So after all that, we're gonna plant up the urn. We're gonna give it some color. Currently I have a Weigelia that I just rested it in. I was thinking of planting it in there, but I think we're gonna do those beauties instead. So I'm gonna get our soil and get it together. I don't know if you can see our little friend. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my little supplies. Got my soil, got some indoor, outdoor, slow release plant fertilizer. Gotta get get my little trowel. My gloves. This is the Urn Roses Wigelia. I got this on clearance last year. It is actually putting out buds. You can see that. So we got a few blooms we will be enjoying. And I got this like maybe about $8. You can see this plant is like $30. So that was a good deal. So let's hang out somewhere. I might put it along the walkway somewhere here. But for now, let it hang out. I did have some soil in this. I will add a little bit of the slow release fertilizer. Particular about soil. This is the Miracle-Gro Moisture Control Potting Mix. I use what my local Home Depot or Lowe's have. So this is what I'm topping it off with. Mix that up a little. And I might add a little bit more potting soil to it, but first I'm going to stick the plants in. So this urn is going to hang out here for a little. Not sure exactly where it's going to go. It was in the middle. The plan is to do the hexagon, put the fountain in the middle. So currently I don't have anywhere to put the urn yet. And I'm just looking at that dark patch in the grass, and I might be able to put it there, who knows. But for now it's gonna hang out here. So let's get planting. I just added some more of the slow release granules. Just gonna feed it throughout the summer. So we're gonna put our little spike dry here. Put our little spiky one in the middle. I'm gonna use 2 of these. These plants at our old Walmart site that was at Towson. I was driving past and they're called second chance plants, and they're just in the parking lot. So I stopped to take a look, and of course, you know, what did you do? Come home with an old flat of plants. They had these beautiful colors though that gave me the idea space for the urn. Okay, all right. We actually have two types. Oh, it's not the best. This one had some speckling. They said it was Splash Dance Magenta Mambo, and this is a Petunia, and then this one is Electric Purple Petunia. I do love that electric purple. That's really pretty. This one, I like the little splashes. So there's two of these. I'm just gonna mix it in with what I have. We should have a nice pop of color here on the lawn. I think I'll add that there. Seeing that it's just two of them. Their best right now. They're gonna grow. So there's 6. I think I'll just do 6. Give them the opportunity to grow now and do their thing. I think the little freak storm we had yesterday needs some of the blooms off. Drag my other bag of soil up and get them buried. got my scoop. I'm gonna need that. These are gonna grow. Hopefully they be cascading over this pot. The desired way or direction. Nudging them along where they should go. Apologize, we're outside. We're gonna hear all kinds of things. It's an ambulance, a fire truck, some form of emergency vehicle. Space these out. Felt like I could have. This one is. I don't want to really cram it because I know they're going to grow. There's a little dead heading that needs to be done. The garden doesn't have that. It's part of the garden to use. I think that's it for this urn. Give it a little soak. Getting some of the soil off. I love this urn, and I just think planting it up and let it shine is the best way to do it some justice. I'm gonna give these a good soak because those little containers were dry, and I thought I might have hoses leaking somewhere. We'll just give this the opportunity to grow in and be beautiful. So thanks again for another wonderful day of hanging out with me here, my little townhouse on the berm. This is your Urn in the Garden Lane saying thank you, and I want you to have a wonderful day. I took the opportunity to leave my mask off, but trust me, sometimes I feel that twice later. I do sneeze and get a little stuffy. I think it's getting better. Before I would be so stuffy, I would be sneezing like non-stop. So I think I'm getting better at it. I don't take much medicine for it. I don't want to do a whole lot of antihistamine. And one of the things I want to do is to use some natural herbs, like grow things in my garden that I can use naturally. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I want you to have a wonderful day. Do remember, take care of yourself. Until I see you next time here at my little townhouse on the berm. This is your Urn Elaine saying thank you and see you soon.